It's the Pod in the City Weekly Roundup. I'm John.
And I'm Amanda. Kody and Robyn Brown swept years of hoarding and QVC spending addiction under all their rugs to list their Flagstaff home for sale, marking the end of an era for busted houses.
Oh, it's Labor Day, and I don't feel like laboring.
Not even on the line that you were supposed to write. And I watched all 8 minutes of the, for some reason, live hot dog eating event today on Netflix, so you all didn't have to.
Yummy. All that and so much more on this week's episode, oh my God, of the Pod in the City Weekly Roundup. This week's episode. Hi, guys.
Hi. John got a big haircut. Big haircut, Joan.
Well, I wanted to for a while, and then I was like putting it off. But then I just couldn't stand it anymore because I think when I have longer hair, I end up looking like an old man. So.
Oh, well, you look fresh and ready for a pumpkin spice.
Fresh as a daisy, baby. You know what? I'm happy that people are here because I thought some people wouldn't even be here.
Well, me too, but they are.
We love you guys.
We were actually going to cancel, not even just because it was Labor Day, but because like when we recorded on Saturday night, we recorded till like 11 p.m. on Saturday night. It was pretty sexy, but we were like, nothing happened this week. But
I mean, like
stuff happened, I guess.
I mean, yeah, like I think maybe not like, I mean, definitely some more niche, hot topics. I'd say they're boiling and very hot for those who really like those.
Who care about these specific
things. We're glad that y'all are here again. Should we go through like some things? First of all,
well, let's get into a little bit of housekeeping. Oh, do we still have that?
Wow.
Great.
We haven't been playing that.
That's because you always blast right into it.
I know. I like to blast right into it and just take it. All right. So if you're watching, please click subscribe and hit like. Also, leave us a comment. If you could also leave us a comment afterwards, that's great too. Also, guess what, y'all? We got in trouble, like I said we would, for playing Ali Luber's stupid song last week. I did tell Amanda.
On me. He's working on him.
The copyright police are out for that song. You know, it is hot. So. I guess people are just using it in everything. So I believe that caused us to not get people to be able to see our video last week.
No, that's not what happens at all. There's just a copyright notice on. That's literally all that happened.
Our Sex in the City video has 70 views. So I'm just saying, if you would like to.
They're punishing us. They're shadow banning us.
That's what I'm saying. They're punishing us.
Shoot, because I'm going to.
All for Ali's song.
You know what we forgot to write into our lineup is Joe from VPR. I was going to play that, but
Pasta eating Joe. I can't. I can't with Joe. You guys know Joe.
Right. I'll put Joe somewhere in here.
All right. We'll tap into Joe.
I'm just going to write Joe on the bottom of my page. All right, great.
Click subscribe, hit the like, all that ish. We love you guys so much. Also, if you are feeling sexy, join our Patreon. Patreon.com/podinthecity. It's $6 a month, and you get to listen to extra episodes. You also get you get our other episodes early, ad-free, and it's like a little community over there. So check it out.
Oh yeah, can I actually give an update on the episode that's going to come out this Wednesday? So for the
remind me.
I think Broad City is coming out. I think it's the Broad City episode. But I said, okay, well, I guess when this comes out, you guys will know if I like got murdered or whatever. Because I was supposed to. I had plans yesterday, but I didn't go to them because I got my period, and it's bad. Like I didn't get it for like 2 whole years when I was drinking. So now I'm back with vengeance.
Okay, so yes, I'm now having flashbacks to us recording that. We recorded that Saturday night, really cool people. at like 9 o'clock at night. It was 10 at Amanda's time. So things were very off the rails. That's a good indication. Check it out. It's a great reason to join. Amanda. So what Amanda is basically saying here is she didn't make it out to the farmhouse.
Yeah, it was
that's
like
all we're saying.
Want to hear about it. But I do. I'm on my period, and it's so bad. I cried yesterday reading the description of a movie of a song that I saw on Facebook. It was like Under Pressure by David Bowie, and people were like, "This song always reminds me of After Sun," and then it's like After Sun, After Sun. Oh my God, After Sun. So then I like read what the plot was of After Sun, and I lost it the whole day.
I've heard that's sad, but I don't even know what
it's about. Like a dad.
Oh, great.
I mean, immediately that's gonna get us. Right?
No, thanks.
Oh, anyway, so that's Patreon. But then this Wednesday we
got some good stuff here, baby.
Yeah, Sex and the City. The F buddy, I guess we'll call it. I told John to make sure you get Miranda in dad outfit on this cover, and he did not disappoint. So you all
guys, look at this outfit and then mentally prepare yourself for when our episode comes out. So you will have had time to process this enough.
It's the one for anyone listening. It's the one with Miranda with a hood, like slicker raincoat on with the hood up and then a bucket hat over top of it. And it's a choice. Anyway. But I also just wanted to point out something that I said on last week's Sex and the City episode, which was the episode with John Bon Jovi, where Carrie is going to a therapist named Dr. G. And I made a pretty spot on statement here. Then I took time to make this on Canva and I sent it to John, and he left me on red. But yeah, you didn't even like.
Oh, I thought I laughed at it or thumbs down.
You didn't. I thought you were like mad. Okay,
I love a thumbs down.
Anyway, I said that Dr. G looks like a cross between Sherry Renee Scott, who's this Broadway woman, and Steve Buscemi. And I just wanted to put this up and let you guys admire my work. I mean, come on. I'm not wrong.
You are right. I couldn't as we were recording it. I did say I can't actually remember what she really. I was like, she has blonde hair.
Yeah,
and I was like, yeah, she looks like Sherry Renee Scott. But then the touch. I get it.
Touch of Sinise
to her.
Sinise will get you.
I know Amanda loves to be right, so I'll give you this one, girl.
Wow. Okay. Well, I think that's it for that, right?
JK.
Housekeeping.
Y'all. Yeah.
Do you want to get into them?
That's it, right?
Topics.
Let's get into it.
All right.
I mean, I wouldn't say this is like a super hot topic, but
it's like hot off the press.
Hot off the press. It's like
food isn't digested yet.
Joey Chestnut and Kobayashi went in their unfinished beef battle live on Netflix, y'all. And it was a battle not to be missed. I mean,
God, it was.
Here's some live.
It was 10 minutes. I'm like, why don't you just do 1 minute and see who wins that?
Agreed. Oh my gosh. Yes, agreed. Maybe they don't want to die. And also, if they only made it 1 minute long, the show would be like.
Well, it was still so stupid. It started out with this Okay, first of all, can you put up the hosts, like the judges here?
Well, I was scared to put that up because it gives kind of a glimpse at one of the final scores, right?
Oh no, he killed him. Like there was from 3 hot dogs in, it was like, okay, well, Joey Chestnut's gonna win. Spoiler.
Oh wow.
Anyway, Rob Riggle somehow ended up as one of the hosts of this.
On the right, yeah.
Yeah, this one closest to us, kind of. And he's a comedian who's on SNL. He's been in everything, but you could tell watching him host this that he hated himself. He was like,
he's on SNL.
He was on SNL, but he's kind of in everything. I think he's from the UCB comedy world.
Hey, speaking of SNL, Amanda loves SNL, so I want to tell you this right now. I saw a TikTok today saying that the SNL movie is gonna be possibly a best picture contender. And
oh my gosh!
So good. And people are raving about how great it was at
I'm excited.
Venice Film Festival. And I don't even think they were blowing smoke up the ass.
Better reviews than another movie we're going to talk about in a second.
Basically, what's really cool is that it goes through. I'm sorry to branch off here, but it goes through the 90 minutes in time leading up to the first episode ever of SNL.
Cool.
So it's I like that idea. It's going to be like very... I love things that like build and
me too.
Oh, I love that. So I'm actually really excited. So sorry.
Okay, good.
Back
anyway,
to this.
But anyway, Rob Riggle hated his life. It was him and this other poor woman. And then so they started out with this poor girl who she's had like 36 Guinness World Records. Okay. And this was like kind of because there was nothing else to do. This was a 10-minute long event. So they had to like stretch us out into like an hour and a half. So first they were like outside.
It was an hour and a half?
I think it was like something like that.
I figured this was going to be like a 30-minute thing.
No, it was at least an hour because I got a notification when I was at No Frills in the checkout line that this fucking Kobayashi hot dog eating contest is starting. I'm like, better get home. Yeah. So anyway, it's this girl who wanted to break another world record. And this time she wanted to do watermelon eating. And it was like the most watermelon consumed in 3 minutes. And then they laid it out and it was like 8 thick slices of watermelon. And then we watched her do it and she finished with like 48 seconds still left, but the Guinness Book of World Records like official was there, which I was like, do those people get paid? And so she's like, but by the rules officially you have to let the time run out. So she finished super early. There was no more watermelon left to eat. And then Rob Riggle and this other co-host had to be like, it's really dripping down your chin there. How do you feel? It was just awful. So anyway, then this thing started.
Gross.
It was disgusting. Within 2 hot dogs, you knew that Chestnut was going to win. So then it was just 10 entire minutes of watching this.
Well,
monstrosity
here there were
happened.
2 apart, but then like within 3 seconds, somehow he's like 3 ahead.
Yeah.
I'm confused by this timing. So
that's
like
I took pictures just kind of at
8:21, Chestnut had 21 but at 8:13, which was
I don't
8
know.
seconds different. He had eaten 2 more in 8 seconds.
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know, and I don't care. But anyway, none of you have to watch it. It was so dumb, and like then at the guy Chestnut won $100,000, and then I guess that was it, and a trophy.
Well, I guess there's another food situation going on. Yeah,
I
think gross food things. A big scandal is happening in Canadian food scene.
It's not really a scandal; it's just disgusting. But
I was
doing deliveries the other day.
Okay.
And one was at like 9:00 in the morning. KFC is open at like 6 a.m., which are some of the most fun. I love doing really early morning deliveries because I'm not doing anything else. No one's on the road. The sun is
breakfast.
What? No, it's just like hangover food or like I'm really stoned food.
Interesting, because I don't think it's open like that here. So
well, it is here. So I got a notification. The order was 2 of these KD Kraft Dinner.
Oh my God.
Sandwiches.
That's what that means.
Yeah, I was like, well, they must have like a deal on Uber Eats. So I look on Uber Eats and there's like a promotion 2 for 1. And then I had all these extra credits. So I was like, well, I have to get them. So I got both of them because I had to.
2 different ones?
No, it's just the same one. But I got 2 of them. I ate them both. Yeah, go to the next one. This is what it looks like.
What the fuck is it? It's like a chicken and then they just put the Kraft Dinner on it?
Yeah, but it's weird because they make mac and cheese at KFC, but then they're literally using Kraft Dinner. Like that is Kraft Dinner. There wasn't enough Kraft Dinner, but I appreciate the effort.
Now, I have a thing with food textures. That mayonnaise on the bottom right there would have literally made me
I got
gag.
a kind of a gross picture. Anyway.
Gushing. Like, I hate when you eat
that
food and it like
damn to me. That looks
gushes
like
in your mouth.
Really good when my tongue slides.
I think the chicken part looks okay.
It's literally just a regular chicken sandwich, and there's like a teaspoon.
I have to take it off because I'm gonna vomit. Anyway. So
check it out in Canada. We love our KD here, Joan. An entire aisle at the grocery store will just be Kraft Dinner. I am not kidding you.
We don't even
or at least
call
half
it
an aisle.
Kraft Dinner here. So
well, what's next?
Sad. All right. Well, okay. So Amanda texts me all the time, and she sends me this Sending
Not
pictures.
really compared to like people who are good at texting.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I text other people like normally.
Oh.
I never text you.
I don't text at like anyone.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like regularly do texting through the day, like at all.
I mean,
it'll
good
be like,
for you.
oh, do you want to go get dinner? Like, hey, let's go meet.
Is that a message from your grandma?
No. I talk to my grandma on the phone.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I do text her. She does have an Apple Watch and an iPhone and an iPad.
Ooh,
okay, so
spiffy.
Amanda texts me this photo. And then I read her caption first, and it said, did she? And then it says, Angelina Jolie learned how to sing opera for her new film, Maria. Now, if you guys know,
the details of this story get more and more irritating. What?
I degree in opera?
No, I was an opera major in my master's degree for exactly a week, and then I was like, I'm not doing this.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought your master's was from opera.
No, they wanted me to, and then I did it for a week. And I think all the teachers agreed at the same time, like, no, let's just let her stick to music theater because she is going to skate her way through this, and it's not going to be worth it for anyone.
I'm not even good. Anyway, so okay. She learned how to sing opera for her new film. Like, I don't know that it's just a learned. And we have follow-up here. HuffPost tells us Angelina Jolie needed almost 7 whole months. Almost 7. So like
so infuriating.
6 and 20 days of training to portray what another article is calling just a legendary diva.
Well, the other one just said opera singer.
Angelina Jolie could sing her way to her second Oscar win, guys, playing a legendary diva that she trained 6 whole months to play in Pablo Larraín's Maria.
I mean,
guys, I can't.
We don't need to state the obvious, really, that like opera is not something you can really learn to do. That is something that is completely like born with you. I do not think personally that you can teach someone to sing opera. Do you agree?
Especially can't teach them to be the best opera singer in history.
One of the most recognizable names. I'd say of the 4 opera singers that most people know, Maria Callas is maybe one of them.
They are a legend. Like this says, why do they not? Anyway, unfortunate news, guys. In a real quick follow-up to this was just posted that she could sing her way to a second Oscar win. Uh-oh.
And retribution has been made already.
Womp womp.
Jolie's Oscar-tipped opera film gets mixed reviews.
Now, I'm not an Angelina Jolie hater. I think she's great. I think she does wonderful in films, but I also think that some people reach a point in stardom where they are slightly detached from what made them so great to begin with. And so I'm interested. I won't be watching this film, but I'll be interested to see what the reviews say when it comes out. And if it's a real contender.
I'm excited to hear the voice. I feel like it's just going to be really auto-tuned though, right?
I think these people should just lip sync. Stop doing movies about famous people and then casting someone who can't sing as well as. That's what I'm saying. They made that Amy Wine. Yeah, she really is. She'll probably be great in the movie. Yeah. But like the Amy Winehouse movie, that shit got dragged to hell and back because the girl who you cast is never going to be Amy Winehouse. And especially if you're trying to make them sing like them. Like that, those people are what people would say anointed. They're like Whitney Houston. You know, like you can't replicate Whitney Houston because, do you know what I mean?
Have you ever seen La Vie en Rose?
I've seen
really? You would love it. It's so good. That's an Oscar performance.
And she's amazing in it. I would agree on there.
Marianne Cotillard.
But I also like that because
exquise.
We should get her on. Hey, Marianne, could you help us out? She's closer to, when she made that movie, she was closer to her time of being unknown.
Yeah.
And I think that made it more exciting.
True.
Maybe I'm just being Extra
Julie.
bitchy.
Hey, Julie.
Yeah, J-Lo.
Oh, yeah, I always thought she was singing the songs on Selena too, J-Lo.
That was a smart move to have her not, honestly. Like, not in a mean way, but she's J-Lo is never going to be able to replicate Selena. Like, huh? Anyway, guys, I am doing a Drag Race check-in, baby, because I said I would. So, Global All-Stars is still chugging along. We will be getting to the Browntown house, but I'll just say I wanted to put this before it so people didn't immediately click off once we're done talking about it.
I don't know how many people in here are here for that.
Some.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we
let us know in the notes if you're only here to hear that and you want us to shut the F up about everything else. JK. Global All-Stars is on, and I will say, unfortunately, these queens are amazing, and the production of this is kind of hurting it. They did a girl group challenge this week, and it was not one of the songs would I want to listen to again, ever again. And they each wrote their own verse, which was very short, like probably one of the shortest ones I've ever heard in history. And I'll just say our hometown girl, Alyssa,
struggled.
Her verse was like, love, be a queen, and love yourself. Oh yeah. It was like, now, what I'll say is I've been watching after each of these Binge Queens, which is a thing from World of Wonder, puts these out. They're on YouTube, and it's these 4 queens, which are Isis Couture and Raja O'Hara. Then we have Tia Coffee and Hannah Conda, who Hannah Conda I think is so fucking funny. I put a clip up this week on our Instagram live, or what's it called? Not Instagram Live. Stories. God, that's how much I'm like detached on our Instagram stories. And it was her as Liza Minnelli. Anyway, I love Hannah Conda. She's so funny. Now, so these Binge Queens episodes have been exponentially more entertaining than the actual show. Okay. So if you just wanted to watch and not really care, because they eat them up. I mean, when they do badly, they're like bad. Raja O'Hara's impression of Alyssa's verse, which I've already said was hokey pokey. Her impression is like, Alyssa's verse was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. Just, it doesn't sound very funny when I do it, but it was a lot.
Remember when Alyssa had that verse on season 6 where she's like, when I realized these women were mean.
Yes, but she also didn't write that, did she?
I know, she was so cute.
Oh wait, did she?
Yeah, her and Coco wrote that together.
I lost all hope today.
My car broke
down. I was stranded.
So I
went to a friendly bar.
There was a show.
I hope we don't get oh God, we're gonna get copyright again. Our whole channel is gonna get blown up from 2 clips of bad bullshit.
Do you want to get into Browntown?
Let's do it.
We don't have a graphic for this.
I know. I think I deleted it at one point just because it was like mucking up. I don't want to look at the poop emoji, But
yeah, John's like, I hate I hate going to your Facebook page because there's so much poop on it.
One thing where I'm just like, ew. Like someone posted a GIF of like, I know it wasn't poop, but it looked like poop being streamed out of a thing, and I'm like.
That's how we roll over there on our Facebook. Wow. We love to hate TV. Come join us. All right, let's go into Kody and Robyn's house. What are we at here?
This was big news. Amanda was feverishly texting me.
I actually had to disengage from the situation real quick because it was really starting to inundate me.
It was the moment it came out. Now, things have exploded since then, it seems. So here's what it is.
Poop. Yeah, all right. So let's go through. Again, me and Jody are going to talk about this for a while Wednesday on Browntown, and we're getting.
Make sure you subscribe if you only watch ours. which I don't know who's on here watching just ours, but maybe you want to watch theirs.
Come on over to Browntown. It's at 12:30 Mountain Standard Time. We'll go more into this. And Danielle, the SC Realtor, I think will be joining us as well to talk about all of this. But John is a realtor too.
I am a realtor. I'm personally, I'm reticent. Is that the
yes? Oh, I'm reticent. Yes,
I'm hesitant to like get too deep into it because that is my that's what I'm doing. Like this is for fun over here, a lot of it. But I am actually a professional when I do my job.
All I want.
So I don't want to blur the line of people
how
thinking
their house is. That I can do that. I'm
not saying. Okay,
but
you continue.
I just want to ask you like questions about maybe what you think. Okay, so first of all, they're listing it for 1.65. The other thing, Jean found this. She posted it on our group. Jean is actually currently touring the house right now with Akira from TikTok. So she's going to give us some more info for Wednesday, but that's fun. And I think they went to Salsa Brava. That would mean something if you watch Sister Wives.
Salsa Brava. I've heard of that. Yeah.
You have?
From you.
Have I talked about Sister Wives to you before? Okay,
never.
Anyways. So Jean found this. This is I was confused about this because this is them, like, it looks like in the course of like, since they listed the house, which was like a few days ago, it looks like then they went through this insane thing of like changing the prices from $890 to $1.29 and then $649 and then $550, then $1650, then $949. And I was like, why would they have done this? But then Joan made a good point that possibly they just made all the edits on these days, but these are not actually their prices. These are just like, these are all the different times they've sold. And we edited this post on the 29th.
So I live in the Phoenix metro area, and we actually have separate systems from the up in Flagstaff. So like, I don't have, access to see some of that. But what my assumption here is like ours would work is that like where it says 550, 649, those possibly were old listings that in order to like remove confusion, they may have deleted those from the system. And that's why those crazy numbers are there. Because when Amanda first showed me this, I was like, that doesn't even make sense. There's no way they listed it or they had it for 550. And then like these may be for the same home, but they were probably different times it was sold. Maybe that 550 was the first.
Well, if anyone knows the answer to this or even like where this is from, I have a feeling it's from the actual site. My voice just like, my teeth just whistled. So if anyone knows more information on that, but I just thought that was interesting and baffling. But anyway, let's get into this house, shall we? First of all, it's a mansion. And not my taste how they've done.
I would like to.
But what do you think of this? The curb appeal of this house. This is one of the worst examples of what the house like. This is such a hideous house from the outside, the front. I mean, that's the front door.
This reminds me a lot. Now I can't see what's going on down there. Does it have a view past those trees or something? What's going on?
I think so. I think maybe they get to see the mountain of Coyote Pass.
This is how people would. So this is like the back.
Yeah, it's the back.
It's like on two different levels, basically.
No, like the street is the ugly part of the house.
Mm-hmm. This is. It's not my taste the way that they've done it, but I think probably the views are probably pretty. But from this photo, it looks like there's trees in the way, so blocking. But I can't tell. Is this like a gulch or not a gulch, like a canyon or something?
I don't know.
Because this is typical of how houses would be built in places. Like I've seen houses like this, like in like California, in like Lake Arrowhead area, Lake Tahoe, places where you're trying to utilize like the mountain. But it is kind of strange why they would even have that road up to the top part instead of just.
Now, do you know that Mary and Janelle, and I think Christine's pulled herself out of any of the like housing stuff. I think she bought Kody out or she let him buy her out and she's like out of it. But like Mary and Janelle for sure pretty much cashed out the sale on their own homes to give to Robyn and Kody to buy this. Thusly, the past 2 seasons, Janelle was living in a RV in the middle of their built on land.
So I'm assuming that is why they're having to sell, right?
I don't know. I hope so. I'm hoping that they're like in a legal battle with Janelle and Mary, but like I feel like we would have heard about that by now.
I thought that was in the trailer. Maybe they tried to keep it under wraps.
I want a lawyer up. That's like, but God, I just hope they went. I have a feeling that I'm scared that Janelle and Mary are both going to be like, you know what? Fuck it. We're happier now. We both have our own money. But I like want them to take them to the fucking cleaners.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of which, here's a close up of Robyn's fucking closet of all florals from Ross. Some with tags still on because she has a shopping addiction.
I'll say that for listings, this is typical to have people's stuff still there, especially if they're still living there.
Yeah, no, they are still living there as far as I know. But and then Kody's clothes are like not in the closet, but like then I saw a TikTok saying that there's like 3 huge closets in this room, so this is probably just Robyn's stupid closet.
3 closets.
Yeah, wow, the house is ridiculous. Kody and Robyn really want
this.
This is the garage. Kody and Robyn's goal in life is to convince the world that they have money, which is such a like frivolous thing to do because we all know, like we all physically know that you don't have money and then you're in nothing. They just sit there in so much debt.
Have jobs besides the show?
No.
Like, did Kody like have a business or like have some?
Yeah, he sold. He sells guns.
Okay, that's not what I mean.
Well, no, that is what his other job is.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know you make money from doing these shows, but like often the people who actually, are rich
sell billboards. I think he sold a billboard one time. Yeah. Oh yeah. In Robyn's room, one of the closet doors leads to the outside. It's like just a weird house, but I think it gives the idea of like opulence and like, look how rich we are. It's like, no, all we're seeing is all the money that Robyn just like pisses away.
Well, a very popular design choice nowadays is to have a door from like your bathroom or your bed, like the master or the primary bath. Oh my God, I can't speak.
For like safety?
No, into like your laundry room, not to the outside. Oh. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, the closet opens to the outside.
I know, but so I'm thinking, maybe it could have gone to a laundry room.
Let's look at more pictures here. So this looks like some of Kody's handiwork. Now, Kody, since they moved to Flagstaff, Kody is one of his favorite activities that they'll show in like B-roll or just like while he's having a conversation with someone, he'll be wearing work gloves and peeling logs. He'll cut down trees and then peel logs.
Okay, so in one episode we did watch. Remember when we were very first starting this, you were making me watch episodes to talk about on this?
He was doing it all the way back then?
He was like, let's fell some of these. Is it felling?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, let's fell some of these trees. And they go out and like start cutting down trees. And I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, he's so obsessed with it. And like, there's this really funny scene in a recent season where he's talking to Garrison, RIP, and Gabe. And they're like out rolling logs. And like Kody's and they're like all screaming at each other about COVID. And then like he makes Gabe cry. It's like so fucking terrible. But in that, they're like all like they've peeled a bunch of logs and they're trying to like move. Kody wants them to move all the logs so that they're like kind of parallel to each other. But the one that Kody's like handling is on a slight like incline. So the log keeps rolling away. So as he's getting more and more fired up with these stupid dick kids, these narcissist kids of mine telling me that COVID is going to be a problem in our family. He's like struggling to get
narcissists.
He called them, he goes, Garrison calls me with his narcissistic personality. And he just doesn't know what any of these words. These are words that people say about him. So he's just like saying them back, but he doesn't really know what they mean. So he says them out of context. But anyway, he says gaslighting too when it doesn't really mean it. But anyway, he's just trying to really struggle with this log. Well, anyway, that's what I think this log is. I think he was so mad at that log that day that he actually like decided to utilize this. So he chopped it in half and he put it here on either end of this weird bookshelf cutout thing.
This has me perplexed. It really does. And from a person who I love interior design and all of that. Love it. And I also like things that make sense. What is happening?
Fireplace. That fireplace looks like a drawing of a fireplace.
It does look like they've they could have photoshopped a fire into the fireplace.
Right. Now, a big discussion throughout the last season has been they don't let the crew film inside the house. Like, very rarely do we get an inside shot of Kody and Robyn. So they'll just make excuses to be like filming just out in their driveway wearing like full parkas in the dead of winter in Flagstaff. It's so dumb. But then the few times that we've gotten a shot of inside the house, people go ape shit and they will find every piece of art. Danielle, the SC realtor, is there like a plane about to like fly into my house right now? Do you hear that?
Yeah. Do you guys have Labor Day in Canada or?
Yeah.
So
is that what that is?
Sometimes they do like flyover shit with
like an air show.
Sometimes they do that here.
God.
I don't like this. 9/11. I don't like this piece of art hung 1 inch from the ceiling in the tiny area.
When people like, so Danielle, the SC realtor, found, I don't know if she actually did all the work, but she put together a really good TikTok video. Everyone go watch it immediately after we're done with this. And she's figured out like every single piece of art, pretty much every single stupid statue, and just like put together the value of all this art because Kody sees it as investments. So then they just ship them up on these walls for no reason. And the value that she's come up with so far of just the art and like useless statues is like over $100,000.
Great.
And I think they think that like they were gonna hide it so that they don't get like audited. Like,
is this like CD storage at the bottom here?
Yeah, they would have
next
CDs.
to the fireplace.
Christian CDs.
That looks like a double row of CDs next to the fake imposed fireplace.
Here's Princess Ariola's room. Like, that little bitch doesn't have enough.
Oh my God. Jeez. Tell us how you really feel. Woof. My feelings would be, and now I haven't really seen their home before, but from my assumptions of what I've heard, it had a lot of things in it, and this may have a lot of the things removed. But you also have to work for your sellers, and so you can only go so far. You can't force them to do things, and it would be interesting. I would say, like, if they removed 75% of the rest of the stuff.
But John, they also live in a hoarding situation. Like, I'm serious. I get it,
I get it, but like, pack some of this stuff up, like the giant dollhouse or the vanity or the nightstand or the dresser or the TV or the things sporadically placed on the wall or the other dresser I'm seeing here, or take the crown off the wall or the piece of art hung above the door. Guys, people want to see open spaces, and they want to also be able to envision their own items here. And this house, I don't think this house is that bad. It gives me Flagstaff vibes, and I bet it will be nice once everything's taken out of it. So you got to let people picture nice things in it.
Some of the pictures didn't load, guys, so I'm so sorry. But again, come over to Browntown. But what
I would say is,
Jean did text me that Solomon has hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of Legos that are all in that one picture. Anyway, we'll get more into like every picture on Wednesday, but this purple room is, I have a purple room in my house, but this one really puts it to shame.
Even if they just took the like pictures down above the bed, next to the bed, like, I've never in my life seen a photo directly above the bed and then smaller paintings or something directly above 2 nightstands that are literally layered underneath the main piece of art. If you took all this down, this would not look that bad. Now, it's not my taste. Purple isn't my taste.
I think this purple room must be Aurora's. So
I was thinking this was like Robyn's room.
No, they have like another master. I think this might be Aurora's room.
Because didn't someone say that in one of these photos it looked like it was Robyn and Kody kissing?
Oh yeah, but I don't think it's in this room. Yeah, there is this like famous picture that's in all of the rooms. It's like them leaning against his stupid like white sports car, like kissing. It's obnoxious. Anyway, I think you think that is the primary, Jay Schwa? It screamed Aurora to me for some reason. I don't think there are a lot of boogers on the wall in that room.
Oh my God.
She likes to pick her nose and eat it on camera, Joan. It's not my fault.
Oh, great. Lovely.
All right. I'm getting way too much insight into sister wives. Anyway, so yeah, what do you think? God, I mean, how do you feel about the realtor? Like, what do you think the realtor? Do you think the realtor is like, fuck my life right now?
No, I don't know. It's hard to say. I couldn't say.
Would you be excited if you had this client and he's like, I'm Kody Brown and I'm a celebrity on reality TV, so you're probably gonna get a lot of people wanting to like. I feel like Kody undersold how much everyone hates him. So I think the realtor might have been,
is that in all business professions, a lot of times in sales, there are people who are ruthlessly money hungry and they don't care what kind of clients they take on. It's because it works both ways. You can hire on a person to be your realtor, but then your realtor also doesn't have to want you, so you never know.
It just seems like his time is going to be extensively wasted throughout this week.
I definitely think it is already being wasted from what I've seen. I mean, it's kind of, I think the whole thing is challenging. I would hate to be a celebrity of any type. I'm not trying to have empathy for them, but to put your home, oh no, I know they're horrible. Like to put your home up and then have the internet flooded with people like dissecting every
if you know that people are going to make fun of the way you design your house, then like don't have this on the listing.
I definitely would have probably suggested like
take the art down, maybe
take everything off the walls. You could leave I guess I would actually take all the stuff out of these cubbies too and put books in it or something. I would edit all this stuff, put it in a storage unit if you have to.
Oh yeah, Jay Shaw just said, imagine how many views it has. I think there were a few people, and thank you guys again. Like I had to kind of just fall into a hole yesterday because of my period, but a lot of people were sending me a lot of information, and like within I think like 2 hours of the listing being up, it got, I don't know, like 100,000 views or something like that. Like it's insane, and I was one of those. I spent quite a lot of time on the site, so I mean, yeah.
I actually will think that their realtor probably isn't having that much time wasted. It's more the time by every other realtor who people are making them go to this place, even if they have no real, like, there's no way they're going to like buy it. You're wasting those realtors' time. The listing realtor who put their house up for sale, they're just like accepting the appointments.
Oh,
they aren't actually doing anything. No, it's more the other people being. No, because they put it up.
One guy for some reason.
It doesn't.
I don't know why I think that.
It doesn't really work like that, though. He would list it, and then people who want to go buy it would bring their own realtor.
Oh, I guess
to go buy it.
Okay, well, I guess we'll hear more about that on Wednesday when Jane gives me the whole update. Anyway, so I hope that whet your whistles, everybody. But we'll talk more about it on Browntown.
Oh God, you did the fart. I mean, that is the thing. People need the fart.
I got on this day a year ago on TikTok, which I didn't know is a thing, but there was a year ago, and it was a video that we posted of me showing Jody for the first time the Browntown like dun 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 with the poop going around, and there was no fart noise when I first originally done it, and it's off-putting to listen to.
I saw the clip that video that you had, and was that an old clip?
The one of me showing her that video? Yeah. That was a year ago. And there's no fart noise in it. And it's weird anyway.
Okay, so What Not to Wear is not really getting... Okay, so guys, if you watch What Not to Wear with Clinton Kelly and Stacey London, which who didn't? I mean, they definitely ruined some people's fashion hardcore.
For sure.
Like people who had really cool individual style, they definitely made them all look like they were going to work a 9-to-5 at an office or something.
But they did always give me one piece of good advice that was, don't buy clothes that you want to fit into. Just buy clothes that fit you.
Yeah. They also would like strip people of all their character.
Oh, whatever. For sure.
They were funny and loved. I still watched the show. And then Carmen D, who did the makeup and everything, I loved.
Oh yeah, Carmen D, I forgot about her. Anyway,
and then the guy who did the hair, I can't remember. the show, they're coming back with a new show.
Did he have like dreadlocks? Was he black? He had dreadlocks. Am I making that up?
I think they had like two different makeup people and two different hair people. Because I thought the one I remember had like a kind of a.
Oh, okay.
Maybe any. Gays.
They have a new show coming out called Wear Whatever the F You Want. So cute. I probably.
And it's going to be on. Do you know what it's going to be on?
TLC probably. Yeah, TLC.
I don't think it is. I thought it was going to be on.
Oh. I don't know.
Max
I didn't do any
or
research
something.
on this.
Maybe. Oh.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to watch that. I mean, I'll watch like clips on TikTok. All right.
Will you be watching the Golden Globes?
You know I always do, baby. I love an awards season, and I'm really excited that Nikki Glazer is going to be the host. I'm sure a lot of men out there are very angry about it, which makes me even happier about it.
Is she the host this year? Or was she the host?
She is the host.
This says live Sunday.
Yeah. It's in 4 months.
Or are they saying live Sunday, January 5th?
Live
Sunday, they wrote this
January
is not
5th.
Right. That does not work for me. That would imply that it's live this Sunday. Anyway, cool. I think Nikki Glazer's funny. And all the roasts that she does.
Yeah, she's
she
great.
really ate stuff up. And, she was funny enough that Gottmik stole her jokes.
Oh, that's right.
For her roast.
She did, and then Heather McDonald did a whole news story about it where Heather McDonald was like, Nikki Glazer is my friend, and I reached out to her immediately.
And the Kardashians.
Nobody was wondering what you thought about it, Heather. Anyway.
Oh, Heather. I mean, but also
she was there.
Who wants
she
to
was there at the OJ murder.
Think about it?
All right, let's I like how this is trucking along here, Joan.
Jay-Schwa, it does say TLC, but I saw that too, but it said TLC's What Not to Wear.
Like hosts of TLC's What Not to Wear branch off and do their own show. I don't know, it doesn't matter. If somebody wants to find out. Yeah, it's saying after a decade after TLC's What Not to Wear ended, Stacey London, and then it cuts off.
Not to like call back, but I read that too, and then I was like, oh wait, that just says What Not to Wear. And it's been more than a decade since they quit it, baby.
And he looks really good. He aged really. I mean, she looks great too.
He looks great. They both look really great.
Yeah, they do.
I think. And I think it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do with that show. How, like, is it going to just be like bringing people on and being like, cool?
They'll just teach them to dress their particular body better in their own style, which I think is a great idea.
See, I don't know that I have a feeling they're not going to do that.
Well, you think they'll sit there and people will come out and they'll be like, that looks really good on you.
Well, I don't think they're going to talk about like, oh, this is the most flattering for your body, blah, blah, blah.
It's on Prime, Jay Schwa said. Thank you.
Okay, I think I had seen that. Thanks, Jay Schwa. Oh, crap. I don't have this down. Hey, guys, it's time for my movie corner. And if you notice from the cover, Twisters. I tried to go see this again. I was going to go see it before. I didn't end up going. I tried to go see it again, and I didn't end up making it. But I did think that Glenn Powell looks sexy in that photo. So I thought, you know what? It's a good thing for RuPaul to be staring at a man in a wet white t-shirt. I believe in objectifying men. Hardcore.
Sure.
Come on.
I don't have a problem with that.
For it. As long as they're like consenting to be shown in a wet t-shirt, you know what, Glenn Powell, do your thing, baby. And I'm so glad that this Twisters movie, they didn't end up casting Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
This is what I think of when I think of Chris Pratt.
Sorry.
So unfortunately, I didn't see the Twisters movie, but I did see that you can actually watch it at home now. But I still think I might try and go see it at a movie theater.
I think I want to rewatch the first one because everyone keeps like Blank Check just did an episode about it. They talk about it on Doughboys a lot, that it's just a genuinely great movie.
It is really good.
It makes me sad because of the cow.
Oh God, Amanda. Okay. Because of the cow flying in the air?
Yeah. I don't want to see the movie again if that's going to happen.
Okay, that is upsetting to you, but Blink Twice's situation was like, I'd love that.
I didn't say I loved it. I said, oh yeah, that would have been fine. I would have been fine watching that is what I said.
Oh my God. Sorry that I coughed, y'all. Please don't leave us a bad review. Now, I did go see AfrAId. Now, this shit.
do you want to talk about how we were trolling each other on our live notes app, just silently trolling each other?
I think Amanda just like truly was confused because I wrote in. We have an app, or like we do like the shared notes note thing on our. I sound so dumb.
We have a shared note.
And yeah, okay.
He wrote under Movie Corner "AfrAId" with like a capital AI, and because of my extreme ADHD, I have to have everything like perfect on that list. Like, well, I'll go in and like unbold. You'll just let things go in like bolded and underlined. There'll be italics here and there.
Because it pisses me off that it makes me adjust that every time I try and add something. It puts it in like bold and underlined. Why is that the default?
I don't know. But anyway, so I switched it back to the correct spelling, I'm afraid. And then the next time I went in there, John had changed it back. And I was like, oh, it must be part of the title. Okay, well, so was this good?
This movie, no, it was really bad. It currently, I think, has a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. It was getting not great reviews. In fact, I watched a YouTube video right before I went, someone's review of them going and saying, this movie is awful, it makes no sense, etc., etc. And guess what? They were right. It made no freaking sense. So I'll give you a general rundown. This is a Blumhouse movie. You know, last year they did Megan, which was entertaining enough. And then they did The Black Phone, which I didn't watch that because it's about kids being killed. I don't like movies about children being murdered.
Right? I would have loved it.
Clearly. No cows. Okay. Anyway, basically this family gets like an AI Alexa, is what I'll say, okay? It's called Aya. AIA is what it is. It is like basically interlinked with like all this crap, like it like goes through the waves of everything, and it's like ideas wanting like kind of world domination or something. You honestly, I can't really tell you what the motivation of Aya was, because as this movie progressed, it made so little sense, and the things that happened in it, truly, I burst out laughing in the theater multiple times at this, because things happened that I just could not even believe that they were trying to imply were happening. Hey guys, have you ever heard of something called swatting? Have you heard of this really hot trend called swatting? Anyone? Swatting? Swatting is where people call, like a person, I guess, calls the FBI and the SWAT team to go like to some like their friend's house and prank them by breaking the door down and like having the entire SWAT team like attack their house. So allegedly that's something that happens in the world of the movie AfrAId, and that is a very important plot point, because I'm going to just give this.
No, don't.
Okay, I won't completely spoil it. But a throwaway mention of the idea of swatting is basically the crux of what it's nonsensical bullshit. Anyway, guys, this movie, I laughed multiple times. I will say there was some storylines in it that were kind of important. It did feel like they touched on ideas of like deep fakes. Like the daughter sends a picture to her boyfriend, and then he creates a video using her image to where it's like pretending to be a phone sex like line thing. And then that gets out to her school. And so like that kind of story is interesting, because that is a scary part of AI that they could have like delved a little deeper into. But then guess where they take that? Then the AI gets so pissed at the boyfriend that it takes over his like Tesla and crashes him into a tree. So yay. Remember, swatting is very important, y'all. That's all I want to say. And I would actually possibly suggest watching this in your own home. But if you don't want to be slapped over the face 9 billion times with the idea that AI equals bad, then probably don't see this. It's like the entire first 5 minutes of this are like, oh my gosh, I got this brand new piece of artwork the other day. Yeah, it's totally AI. Isn't it amazing? Wow. Who even cares about artists anymore? And then it's like, oh, yeah, I love AI. It's just wild what it can do. It can totally help in every type of way. I'm like, is this the fucking dialogue you've written for this? Is it that stupid? I feel like I could write one of these horror movies like in one evening and do a better job than some of this crap is here lately. Yes, I'd say this movie sucks.
Okay,
but also I would say when it comes to streaming, probably in a month or two when it's on Peacock or wherever they're going to put it, watch it and get a good laugh at it because it's kind of funny.
All right. I'm going to watch Shutter Island tonight.
Oh, okay. I don't like that movie.
I watched the like twist at the end. It came up on a TikTok, and then I was like, okay,
didn't we watch that movie together? Like, I feel like that movie came out in a time when we were going to movies.
Yeah, I feel like it was on, and I like wasn't paying attention, so I'm gonna sit and really watch it. I think Marianne Cotillard's in that too, right? No, she's in Inception.
I just can't with Leonardo DiCaprio. I think that movie's bad, and it's not. No, I don't like it.
Anyway, I mean, by watch it, I mean I'm gonna be like looking at my phone the whole time. All right, are we ready for TikTok? You don't stop.
Okay, Salo Wallaway, I didn't notice your comment here that, okay, swatting does happen to actually happen to streamers. Well, it also happens to, I guess, random people in their houses if their child calls the SWAT team to come. I don't know.
All right, let's get into TikTok.
Sorry.
TikTok, you don't stop.
Spoiler alert. Any
Okay. Okay. Oh, do you want to talk about Joe? Do you care? Should we just dump that?
Joe from VPR posted, I don't want to play the video because I don't want to get in trouble.
We won't get in trouble. I'm going to play. This is a minute long. I'm going to play it for like 10 seconds.
Okay,
but Joe put together a reel, I guess, of just like, well, what's it called? Like when you just put picture after picture.
Like a memory reel?
Yeah, like a montage or whatever, just of pictures of her and Tom Schwartz. And it was like, this is how I'm dealing with this. And it's like, okay, like, dude, like, again, I get the headspace. And again, this is something like, again, thank God that the internet wasn't a bigger thing, like in my early 20s. But again, I must say, she's 35. So she should not be posting shit like this.
That's going to get us in trouble.
Again, we don't get in trouble. They just put a copyright thing on it. Anyway.
I don't want to lose viewers for Joe's bullshit. Joe can go F off. She sucks. She's disgusting. They call her spooky for a freaking reason.
She's not disgusting.
I said what I said.
Disgusting.
I'm not saying that she's disgusting looking or anything. I'm saying her situation of what she is. Enough.
Well, she did also post this video today of her eating uncooked pasta in bed. So that actually
what would you
really
call
help
this?
my point. I call it really cute.
Disgusting?
I call it very demure, very mindful.
She's eating like 5 pieces of spaghetti, like that she has in a row in her hand.
Thinking about
like
Schwartz. I get it. Like,
that's
I know
what she does when she thinks of Schwartz.
I think she's just like looking out the window, like thinking of Schwartz. Oh wait, shit! This is the wedding dress. She's just like eating. It's just okay. Like,
you know what? I'm surprised you weren't upset at that. Because she like kicks her dog.
I think it's by accident. She's like kind of. I don't know.
I think
she's so in her own head. She's like. Okay, let's get into. Do you know about this? Oh, really quickly, did I put the McDonald's thing in here? Oh, first, I learned the picture might have gotten in here, but do you know that at a drive-thru they take a picture of you so that the person in the drive-thru window that hands you the bag knows what you look like?
I've seen that, yeah.
That is so upsetting.
Well, I know they have a camera of what you look like. They can see you when you're talking to them too.
Not when I worked at the Dairy Queen. You couldn't see shit.
Sweetie, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. When did you work at Dairy Queen?
Like 1995. It was the very first Dairy Queen to open in Douglasdale, southeast Calgary. Everyone hated me. Anyway, yeah, I didn't really get on with everyone. But anyway, so that was that. But then there's this Chase Bank glitch. Do you know about this?
I saw that. It's basically people like they write a check to an account and then they close the account then they think they won't have any liability. And then, they do.
How did you think? Like, I don't know, but there are people lined up on the streets. And now there's all these people coming up being like, yeah, like, what am I going to do? People crying like, this is my account balance. Like, I don't know. What are you going to do? And also, like, no other bank is going to take you now. And
you're just going to get a huge ding to your credit. You're going to probably take... like you're going to be fucked.
You'll be paying this off the rest of your life, basically.
I think this is a common thing of people like want to just like if you put as much effort in and brain power into trying to do this shit, you could put the same into like actually doing something. People want to like guide the game or like I don't know what the hell I'm trying, like what phrase I'm trying to come up with here, but like they want to like game the system so hard that it's like just actually do something. Like you think that you should be able, like I just don't understand. I'm also a big proponent against
so much
stealing.
Anxiety. I would have anxiety for the rest of my life, every day of my life. I feel like I was on the run every time.
Here's the thing. I don't think I'm fucking stupid enough to do this. I think you have to be pretty fucking stupid to think that, oh yeah, look, they'll not notice. Are you kidding me? They have every piece of info. Like they listen to us through our phones. They can look at us through our phone anytime they want. And you think that you're going to somehow open a balance, open account, write a check out of it, then just close it and it'll be like, oh, bye-bye.
Are you following JD Vance? Stop doing a real man on the street donut shop interview. It's my favorite thing. And again, as me and Jody say all the time, I would make fun of this if this was Obama, but it isn't Obama. It's JD Vance. And this donut shop thing is one of the funniest things. And I've seen, there's so many hilarious videos of other people, like men putting on eyeliner and being like, hello, worker. How long have you worked at this donut shop? And just like, I'll get whatever a normal human would order. That's what I will order. I think it's gold. I could really just do that impression all day long. It is so funny.
I think it's fine, but I'm gonna say right now, I've been on my TikTok astrology shit, and it's a perfect time because this is the TikTok section. It does say that the cardinal signs, one of them being a Capricorn, which I am, are at the end of a 16-year transition.
Oh yeah, and John let me know that he might start getting a little bitchy. Start getting a little bitchy.
They say that the four cardinal signs, which one of them is Capricorn, I can't remember the other ones. We're going to now be from now until November. We're in the beginning of it's basically the dawning of the age of Aquarius, basically. We're moving into the age of Aquarius, which means like a time of love and light and joy. And in this time from now to November, I believe that I may have a tendency to be a little more forthcoming with my feelings. Okay. I did talk to my mom today and tell her, I was like, yo, there's a 16-year, whatever. I think I told her yesterday. And I was like, yeah, I just think like, I'm going to just kind of be like more, like, I might just be extra, like, you know, cunty. Just like out. I didn't say content. I was like extra, like, you know, just like with like saying whatever I feel. And she's like, okay, so you think now you don't say whatever you feel.
Yeah, that's pretty much my reaction as well.
What I'm going to say about JD Vance. People like JD Vance need to figure out why they're so fucking sad in their life. And they need to try and get laid in whatever way they want. I don't know what's up this man's ass, but he needs to go worry about some other fucking people and leave people alone. You're a fucking loser who's decided to glom yourself onto another fucking loser so that you can have fame and success. Guess what? Everyone's seeing what a piece of shit you are, and you will live in infamy as a big old piece of shit.
All right, end of story. And if we're gonna get dinged for anything, it's gonna be that, not me playing 5 seconds of Joe's video. Anyway,
this is what happens when you put JD Vance in our lineup.
I think you need to calm down.
I will say I love Tim Waltz. Thanks, Jay Schwab. Tim Waltz did go to the Minnesota State Fair. I had tears in my eyes because my family is all from Minnesota. He's very much like what my grandpa was like. He's only 60. He's actually younger than my mother. And so he's just so... I just can't wait. I'm ready for that. I'm tired of listeing to people who want to be dictators, trying to change everything and trying to make everything.
I don't think he does. I don't know. I think he's gotten himself. I think JD Vance has gotten himself into this situation, and now he's just like flying by the seat of his pants. So I
totally disagree. Totally disagree.
You think he's like nailing it?
No, he wants to be glommed onto Trump.
Oh, so I think he wants to control women. Yeah, for sure.
He gets to be president.
I think he's an incel.
I think. Oh, 1,000. That's what I'm saying. That's where my argument for him was. Go figure out why you can't get laid, you piece of crap, and then come back to us. Go get fucked a little bit by someone someone who wants you.
I think he's actually gay. But let's get into wedding dress.
That's gonna get us a little bit. I didn't say it. I didn't.
Me saying he's gay. Oh,
I also don't think he's gay because he's too big of a piece of shit. All right.
All right. Well, let's get into wedding dress gate here. Okay. So are you watching this?
I did see this. So basically this bitch goes and Rayleigh goes and does all the fittings for this gown, this custom made, which I don't even really like the gown. Sorry.
I didn't like the gown either, but like the original gown was supposed to look like this. And so I think this woman, I don't know how you say this name because I've heard it 100 different times. Cassie, I'm going to say Cassie. Might be wrong. I don't know. She seems like kind of a bad person, so I don't really care. But she originally posted something like, "Oh, I made this dress for this bride and she didn't pay me for it." And like she put up a GoFundMe. Then the bride came out and was like, and people were like blowing up this bride's life. I feel so bad for this girl. And then she came on and she's like, "Okay, well, my wedding weekend is over. So thank you all for ruining it. But now I can finally say what happened." And I mean, I'm completely on her side and the world is turned against Cassie.
Okay. When people say that this is giving me very much Sheena Marie vibes, that the world has ruined your wedding, people's reaction to people's social media reaction to your wedding ruined your wedding, then guess what? You are way too attached to social media if your entire thing relies on people thinking your shit is cool.
John, she put her phone away. She wasn't letting it. She like looked at her phone
afterwards. She said afterwards that it was basically ruined her wedding, right?
Oh, okay. So I guess that wouldn't bother you at all because you handle constructive criticism really well.
Here's the thing. I would never buy a dress from someone and then not pay them. So I wouldn't be criticized for that.
Okay. So this is what the dress was supposed to look like. This is what it looked like at like her last fitting. It looks horrible on her. She's got a great body too. So this just makes her look terrible. It's not at all what she's on.
I do not think she has the same body type as the person in the first photo.
But it's also supposed to be fitted to her body, and it wasn't supposed to have this belt thing around. It was supposed to kind of fade into the dress. It wasn't supposed to be built anything like this.
Okay, so then what happened?
So then this is the back of the dress. It's just completely off. So then the one.
What about this is off though for her?
Oh, the back. Do you see where the line?
I understand, but so she walked down the aisle looking just like this, or what?
No, this is still at the fitting, or this is after she got the dress. But this is like at one of the fittings. It's just not.
That looks like the dress from the first picture. No. I'm struggling to take this woman's side by making someone do all this work, doing all of this, paying for all of this shit. You wear it and then they
agreed on this price of like $6,000. It's like $7,000. She pays half of it. They agreed for it to be done by August 18th, I think is what that says. It was on the day that it was supposed to be done. It was like nowhere near done. The woman missed the final fitting. So like there was no final fitting. She then sent her the dress and lied about when she actually sent, because the girl's like, "I'm at my wedding venue, like I need the dress, like please send me the dress." And then the girl's like, "Okay, I just sent it I don't have a tracking number. That, like, I'll get that in a second. And she's like, that doesn't make sense. So like, there's all these text messaging back and forth. Like, yeah, like we dropped it off at closing time. The representative locked the door. Like, she's lying. All of this didn't happen.
Okay,
so
I can kind of take this other person's side then. Fine.
Yeah, then the next day she comes back and she's like, oh, here's actually the tracking number. They changed the tracking number. So here's the updated one, just clearly lying. And this girl is like, meanwhile, this girl's like, you haven't paid me yet. You haven't paid me yet. And the girl's like, well, you need to come and fix it. Can you please fly here and try to fix it? And like, there was someone there who was trying to fix it for her. And it just like it was not happening. Like, there was no way to really fix it. So she ended, there's JD Vance again. She ended up just like wearing like just a different dress. She couldn't wear this. It was like impossible. So then while this girl's at her wedding, like getting everything put together, this other girl, Cassie, is blowing up her phone and threatening to come and crash her wedding and like force her to pay for the dress. Like, at the wedding.
So then I think that, I'd say there's 3 sides to every story, right? So I don't know. I thought one of those photos looked like the dress. Sorry. I don't think you're ever going to look like this first woman in the first thing. It wasn't so much
that. It was just, the dress was really, and there's other pictures too where like the points are all off. It's like, it's fitted differently. It's just a really, it's not the dress that you paid
Did you delete them all?
for. No.
Oh. Okay, I just think your problem in the first place is thinking that would be a good dress for you to wear. Sorry.
It's not a great dress, but I think it's also just that the other woman like tried to get everyone to come after this girl. She started.
I think that part's absurd. I think that's ridiculous. Like, that is where I think social media is terrible. Like,
yeah, and it, like wait, like, oh yeah, call the cops. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad, especially just knowing, because if you're the bride, you're already so stressed out, and then there's this like bitch who made you this dress, and she's like crying because like you get the dress, it doesn't fit you, you have to now get a backup, so that's already stressful. And then meanwhile, this girl's like, you have to come pay me, I'm going to show up at your wedding, I'm going to crash your wedding. So anyway, I've been following that all day yesterday while I was on my period. And,
well, I sounded like a bitch at the beginning of that story, so I do feel slightly bad for the girl. I get it, but I also, I think, and this is me, my hater side coming out. This is my September this is my dawning of the age of the Aquarius voice. I think weddings have gotten so fucking ridiculous that getting that dress made in the first place was fucking stupid. Sorry, not sorry.
Well, I mean, she already paid. She paid like $3,000 for it.
I know, so but I'm actually thinking this actually almost looks like her boobs don't look right. But baby, you need a big boob job for that. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, like, your boobs aren't going to look like this, ladies. This woman has humongous boobs.
I don't think she would have said anything if the other girl, Cassie, wasn't trying to come after her.
I get that too. Anyway, I think this looks nice though. No.
I don't know. I don't really like the dress, but
I don't like the dress itself. But with the design of it, like, don't you think this version looks? Does it look that off? Am I crazy? I mean, it doesn't look great on her, but
screenshots. If you want to know more about this, check out Ray Lee, and you can just watch the actual video. And
Amanda's over me. She's like done with listening.
All right, let's get into your hot guy section, because I'm like physically so hot right now.
I am so hot too. But you're wearing a sweater, so
yeah, I know. Anyway.
On our Sex and the City episode, we did cover some recent news. And part of that is the hot guys. What is it called? Hot guys? No, hot fellas. Hot fellas, right?
Yeah, hot fellas.
It's hot fellas. Anthony's bread company, why that's still going on in season 3. Anyway,
it somehow made it through COVID.
They have a bunch of hot dudes, and these guys were walking in, and they're sexy. So there you go. I also saw this cutie patootie. He was like doing swimming stuff. And
very Han.
His whole thing was like, it was a video of like him getting out of the water.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, there they are. And then I thought I'd round it up with a little cutie pie. This is Butch sleeping.
That's cute.
This is her little pillow. So like on my bed, I have like on the right side, I have her little pillow, and that's where she sleeps at night and like during the day, and 20 hours a day like cats do. And I caught her while she's sleeping. Usually she like wakes up like the moment I try and take a picture, but I got her. Oh,
nice.
And then here she is just sitting there, so cute.
So we got some pussies in our
And then here she is being like,
Walk away from me. Yeah.
No, she wasn't being. I know it looks like she's mad, but she's very talkative. So when I go into the bedroom, she's like, because she basically stays in the bedroom almost all the time, and she's like, anyway. Thought I'd wrap things
for our
up.
Labor Day spectacular. We were gonna try to.
We said it was going to be short, but here we are.
Here we are.
Anyway. Guys,
join our Patreon.
Yes, hit like if you already haven't. Hit subscribe if somehow you're watching this and you aren't subscribed. I am on a push. I want us to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Okay, and I think that's completely possible. I believe
this, yeah.
I am going to start making shorts again.
All right. And then rewatch crew. Let us know who you are. Shout it out. Rewatch crew. Leave those comments.
Yeah, leave us a comment after this is over in the actual comment section, not just the live comments. Is that what it's called? Anyway, guys, we love you so much. If you want to, too, you could, especially if you made it this freaking far and you're not a Patreon member, go on over there, baby. $6 a month. Great way to just help support us out, especially on this Labor Day. Like I said, it's Labor Day and I don't want to be laboring here. And here I am. I know this is very hard work. Well,
I'm going to watch Shutter Island and smoke a lot of weed. Thank you. All right, guys, we love you so much. Thanks for joining us. We didn't expect anyone to even be here, so this was lovely. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you next week.
Bye, guys. Bye.